You have a choice. When you wake up in the morning, what do you expect? Science is proving that we tend to bring into our lives the very things we unconsciously believe and expect. So if we're sitting there on the side of our bed when we wake up, we're dreading the day, we're imagining the worst, and we're thinking that all of these tragedies are going to happen or these disappointments are going to happen, or we're paying attention to the mainstream media, which is feeding us doom and gloom. Before our feet hit the floor, we've already set up an expectation for a not too happy of a day. And as our day goes on, we tend to look around to find confirmation for what we already expect. So if we're thinking, oh, something may not work out, we start looking for something not to work out. And the very first thing that doesn't work out, in our head, we go, see, I knew it was going to be that way. I expected it. Now, we're doing this unconsciously. We're not thinking, oh, I'm going to look for tragedy. I'm going to look for disappointment. I'm going to look for depressing news or a depressing emotional experience. We're not intending it consciously. But because we have not been aware of our choice, it's been our default. And so what I'm encouraging people to do is to use what science is proving works. You get to direct your own mind. You get to direct your own perceptions, but you have to pause for a moment and realize you have choice. Now, Seneca, the ancient Stoic from thousands of years ago, had this wonderful quote, and he says, you have the power. You can see things as hard or easy or even amusing. It's all in your mind. Now, this is Seneca from 2,000 years ago, telling us that we have a choice on how we look at anything when we get up in the morning. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be easy? Is it going to be amusing? Maybe some of you can sit there and go, well, I can see where I can look at it as hard. That's kind of our default. We kind of expect to struggle through life because it's been pretty much what we've gone through for the most part because we've been unconscious to our choices. Or we might be able to go, well, with a little bit of work, I can view what's happening as easy. There's some resistance, there's some challenges, there's some disappointments. We can reframe it and find a way to see it as an easy process. That actually it's how we look at it that makes it hard or makes it easy. But what about the word amusing when Seneca said it can also be amusing? I wrestled with that one because I thought, boy, there've been some events in life, whether you call it COVID, or I went through a divorce recently. I went through the death of my father recently. A best friend died recently. I can't look at all of those with amusement, but can I? I remember seeing Jerry Seinfeld, who I think everybody knows is a famous comedian, and he said he lives for the joke, and when he talks to people, they better be telling him a joke, otherwise what's the point of talking? Everything to him is humor, and he's only looking for humor. And somebody asked him, what about when somebody dies? And he says, well, give me an example. And they mentioned somebody who had died. And Jerry just said, enough of him. He turned it into a humorous moment.